Here's some action from my July 2022 trip up to Bowen, Cape Upstart and then finally Yeppoon. 3,850 k's of driving in 12 days, towing the Renegade. Had some very challenging conditions but got some great fish, especially at the Keppels. There were some magnificent coastal trout. I'd never dived Cape Upstart or the Keppel Islands. I love to explore new ground. It was a fantastic solo trip. Hope you enjoy this video. Apologies for the dirty water, but it's what nature gave me. Well, I'm finally here to go and dive the Cape, the Dugong Sanctuary. Here's the dredge that's been working for the last few months to open this up for all tide access. Never been before, so hopefully it's all going to be good. Hopefully we won't see any of these. Well, we're in the creek, just heading out for that giant big cape over there. Hopefully we'll get some decent water for some diving. It's just all been dredged. There's the end of the dredge. So hopefully that'll give us nice access. Alright, see you in the water. Cape Upstart sticks out 8 nautical miles out into the ocean, and it's got basically a spear enclosure on both sides of it, which really doesn't worry you because the water's absolutely filthy on the inside of the bay. However, there's 5 nautical miles of open coastland on the end of the cape, and this is the areas that I explored. Well, first dive at the cape, struggling to find any water to be able to get in. I'm hoping it's going to be clean enough. If I'm really lucky, I reckon I'll have 3 meters viz. Anyway, I'll soon know. First fish of the trip, beautiful coastal trout. The Cape's got magnificent coral, it's very shallow diving and it'll be absolutely awesome to see on a clear day. The trout were very flighty, hard to see in the dirty water. The video makes it look way better than it was. Anyway, it doesn't always end well. Every fish on this trip was shot with my 1 meter edge gun, which gives you an idea of what the visibility was actually like. I'd seen some big blubber lips, which are a great indicator species, and then I saw this beautiful pair of mangrove jacks and managed to snaggle one.
Yeah, nice little mangrove jack.
I didn't see as many black spot cussfish or blueies as we call them there, but I got this beautiful nice eating size one. Very, very tasty. I had this guy for dinner, he was awesome. As you can see from this next trip, the trout were really, really flighty and they'd take off in a heartbeat. I didn't see too many crays, and all the ones I did see were these versicolors. I've colour adjusted the other clips to make them nicer to watch, but this is the actual visibility diving at Bowen. As you can see, the 1 meter gun, you can barely see the tip of it. It's just almost impossible to spear fish. I did see some big blueies. I managed to shoot 1 trout in 2 days. Let's just say it's character building, this kind of visibility. Packed up the car and boat, I pulled the pin a day early in Bowen and drove the 500 kilometres down to Yeppoon. I never dived at Keppels before, did my normal internet research, a lot of Google Earth, talking to people, and made my plans. And anyway, it went pretty well. Visibility here was still only about 5 metres, but actually that makes it really good for getting close to these trout. Not too close to spook them, but nice and easy for a shot. Still just using a 1 metre gun. With a poor shot like this, I was happy for this trout to hole up in the cave. Had a quick breath. It's only very shallow here, went straight back down, and he was nice and wedged in there, so I could grab hold of him and avoid having the shaft pulled out of him. I love these big coastal trout. They're absolutely fantastic eating, awesome fun to hunt, great colours, and as you can see, I was absolutely stoked to get this guy in the boat. Well, I managed to get 2 trout in a row to hole up. This guy was really wedged right in this cave. I ended up having to push his mouth in from the other side, and it took me a couple of dives to get him out. But again, it was an absolutely fantastic quality trout. Most of these big guys were between 60 and 70 centimetres, which is just fantastic size for coastals. Beautiful coastals, over 60 centimetres. There's the other one. Not such a good sight this side. Anyway, he's in the esky. Yeah, that's a really nice one. Look at the teeth on him. A couple more of these and I'll go home. Well, after busting my ass for a week up in Bowen, crazy wind, filthy dirty water, 2 metres viz, scratched up a few trout, but very, very challenging. Anyway, here I am, off Yeppoon, Keppel Islands. Just been diving out on some, you have to watch your zoning really carefully here, but yeah, got some beautiful coastal trout today. Now I just pulled up to try and warm up. The water is freezing, about 5 metres visibility. But anyway, happy days, going to get some really nice coastal trout. Got 3 over 60 centimetres. So I never dived here before, so very nice. Anyway, I'm going to finish my lunch, warm up a bit more, and then back into it. A bit nasty this morning, very sloppy. Nearly out there, just had to ditch yesterday's frames, well away from where I'm diving. Oh, back into it. I think my arm's going to come off. Well, the wind into the tide, very unpleasant at the moment. I can't anchor or swim, it's just crazy here. There's bombies. There's some good fish here yesterday, but I've got to wait till things change. This type of terrain produced the most fish for me. These giant big ledges, lots of undercuts, caves. You can see a lot of fish life here, and every now and then you just come across a really nice big coastal trout or tusky. I wasn't sure if my shot had gone all the way through, so I had to play him out fairly carefully. In the end, it hadn't gone right through, but it toggled well inside him. Anyway, these slippery things, they are the most slippery fish. I got him up in my hand and had hold of him, and then looked like happy days, and then whoosh, out he goes with my hands, and it's, oh geez, don't lose it now, it'd be tragic. Anyway, I managed to land it, fortunately. Just after I turned the camera off, I saw the only shark of the trip, a little bull shark, about 5 foot or so, pulled up underneath me. Just a quick yell at him and he just buggered off, so happy days. Another beautiful coastal trout. I thought this shot went straight through his head and I couldn't believe it. It's bushka, off he goes, ripped straight off and under this ledge. I was just gutted. Anyway, about 20 minutes later, I caught up with him again. He was just sitting out in the open, sulking with a big mark on his head. Here's today's catch. This is the trout I got on film and I lost, and I found him again, just sitting out, ready to come home. Anyway, not heaps of fish, but very good quality. Another magic day. This is the smallest trout I shot on the whole trip. It's 42 centimetres. Just shows you how tiny it looks when you think of those other coastals. They're still very, very tasty at this size.
Well, you never know, I thought this would be terrible. It's very nice.
Well, it's a good day to finish the trip. 66 and 70 centimetre coastal trout, absolute beauties. They're just magnificent fish. There's so many meals off one of these. Not the best shot, but in the boat. Beautiful big coastals. Well, it's time to pull the pin. I've had enough swimming, got enough fish. Got my dive sock stubby holder, 4X gold. Oh man, that tastes good. Anyway, I'm going to have a little bit of a bumpy trip home, I think, with the southeaster, southerly, but that's why I sneak back down here, make it a bit more crossways instead of going into it. So anyway, hopefully it won't be too bad. No, good boy. You haven't lost any weight, have you, Sammy? You're looking like me. Roofie, oh, what's going on, Roofie? What's going on? Have you been swimming in the river again, Roofie? Hello, hello. Oh, you're getting so big. Roofie. Huh? You still got a limp on. Oi, don't go in there, Roofie. Good boy. How are you, you good boy? Huh? You're a good boy, aren't you? Good boy. Good boy. You're still a happy boy. It's like the tide's pretty low. It's like it's been high though. It's been over the boards. All over. Woohoo! Stupid. Oh, that's greasy as. Jeez. That's some big tides. Bit of flooding. Oh, look at that. Glass out. Beautiful. The Burrum River. It's got to be the most tranquil place you can stay. A mullet jumping. Beautiful.